CinemaSins channel is the thing now, you should Cin its videos too. Hey, you should do CinemaSins Doctor Who Christmas Invasion. As a Doctor Who fan, I'm sure you can pick things apart in that. Hey, Jeremy just sinned Doctor Who The Christmas Invasion. Can you do CinemaSins? CinemaSins Doctor Who Christmas Invasion. CinemaSins made an official CinemaSins channel. You know what you must do.
So the TARDIS is smart enough to know where in time and space to go, and advanced enough to blend into its environment.
I mean, maybe some TARDISes, but have you seen the one in this show? Also, discount CinemaSins.
But it can't do anything about the landing sounds that are apparently loud enough to hear over loud music, and someone using a hammer and chisel in a garage several blocks away before it's even materialized?
Granted, the TARDIS isn't usually this loud, but considering this is just taking place right after this...
There's a rift in that vortex!
Yes, I am one of the 3 people who's seen Born Again. I feel like there's a justification in there for, you know, why the TARDIS sound is so loud all of a sudden. Also, I am aware of the he just leaves the brakes on idea.
It's not supposed to make that noise. You leave the brakes on.
But I refuse to ever accept that. No, Stephen, stop.
They will still say we should take him to hospital. We can't. They'd lock him up. They'd dissect him. One bottle of his blood could change the future of the human race.
How is it even remotely possible this scenario has never happened before? As much as the Doctor's been involved with in this world, at least once someone would have dropped him off at a hospital.
It has happened before, multiple times. You probably shouldn't be saying things like, how has this never happened before, on an incredibly long-running TV series when you haven't seen the whole thing. We've basically seen the whole life of this character through TV, comics, audio plays, and books. You can't just be going, how has this never happened before, because you can point back at that whole huge canon and go, that's how.
Regeneration may be one of the smartest sci-fi concepts for television ever invented.
Hang on a second.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
More than that. Stop World War III with her.
Always got a one-up, don't we, Rose? Rose.
And you've always got a one-up, haven't you, Jeremy? Wait.
Well, that certainly looked... What's the opposite of realistic again?
Is it possible that maybe unrealistic is the word you're looking for? And I could be wrong on this. Jeremy has a strange mind. But when you listen to that quote in context, no, it doesn't seem like that's the joke he's making.
And yes, I can hear all the who's in Whoville tonight telling me the cheap effects are a callback to the old series. But this shit looks like Rankin Bass put it together for their lost 60s Christmas special, Santa Claus is Coming to Mars. And in 2005, that's just not good enough.
What? I don't think any Doctor Who fan is going to say, oh no, the effects are supposed to look bad because the effects used to look bad in the old show. Fans might tell you, what do you expect? It's made on an incredibly low budget. But it is interesting to know that you think actually, it's supposed to be bad because that's the point and you're just missing the point, isn't actually an excuse that holds water. Thank you for letting me know that you think that.
Go on, Rose, tell us another one, because I swear I could listen to it all day. TARDIS this, TARDIS that.
Jeez, Mickey, it's not like she's droning on about serving wankers at the local chip shop.
Every time Jeremy tries to be English, a part of the Queen's soul dies.
She's traveling through time. How are you not interested?
This is just another way the show is showing us that he's jealous of the Doctor and the relationship that Rose has with him. It's not that he doesn't care about time travel. In fact, clearly he does, because he ends up going with them eventually. It's that he doesn't want to hear any more about the Doctor.
Deus Ex Sonica.
Please look up what that phrase actually means.
The pilot fish mean something.
Character has very important information, but can't get it out before collapsing cliche.
No. He actually completely finishes this thought and then has like a couple of seconds afterwards before he collapses. You just cut from him struggling to speak to him collapsing without including the part where he finishes his sentence.
So what the Doctor means is we had them, now we get that.
And thankfully, Mickey knew about the website explanation video for whatever random bit of info you were given by a time-traveling-doctor.com.
I assumed that he just Googled the phrase that the Doctor told him and then found the information like that, but, you know, I guess your convoluted explanation works too.
You said it was a hoax, some sort of mask or prosthetics. You had students hijacking the signal, that sort of thing.
The sort of thing where your security is so lax that some random college kids could hack into a multi-million-dollar space probe? That seems like it would be a lot more embarrassing and destructive than just admitting it was a real alien.
What the fuck? Which sounds like it would be more disruptive and destructive to you if the world found out that the signal from a British space probe had been temporarily hijacked, or literal real aliens were revealed to the entire world. I wonder which one of those would cause more commotion. Like, are you high? What? How can you think this?
Take a look, I've got access to the military.
So we're just gonna yada yada that whole Mickey has access to the military mainframe part of this whole thing? Cool. Cool.
It was well established in season 1 that Mickey got military access from the Doctor, who had it because he used to work for the military. We've already established that you haven't really seen the classic series. Did you not watch the previous season when preparing for this?
Is that really the shape of their spaceship? Someone needs to teach the sycophants, or Skrillex, or whatever the hell these aliens are called, about aerodynamics.
A few things come to mind, first being that as a spaceship it's probably not primarily designed to move within air, second being this is very clearly supposed to be some kind of advanced alien technology we could never understand, and finally it doesn't even look that un-aerodynamic.
Beg of you now, show that compassion.
To be fair, that could be the Sycorax version of a hug.
You see, this is what I wish CinemaSins or TV Sins could be all the time. A fun, harmless, snarky comment. I love it.
It's bigger on the inside.
There are some things you just don't sin.
David f***ing Tennant, man. The passion, humor, intelligence, charisma, and gravitas he injects into this character in the next 15 minutes defines everything about why this show works. All the respect for my doctor!
Fine. But also, you do have to understand that that's not everything that makes this show work. Given how the show worked fine for 42 years without him and all, and even within his era of the show, there are great episodes where he barely shows up. See? I'm not just a salty fanboy. There he was praising the show and I disagreed with him.
You accept my challenge? Or are you just a cranach pel gasa salva?
But if the TARDIS is still translating everything into the language of who hears it, why would this apparently profane insult be any different? Does the TARDIS have a BBC standards and practices chip?
It is well-established canon that you can intentionally change the language in which you're speaking without the TARDIS translation filter getting in the way.
Allons-y.
I'm sorry?
It's French. So let's go.
So earlier when you said that she couldn't interfere by helping you or it violated the challenge, apparently tossing you a new weapon doesn't count?
Tossing you a weapon? Is that a word that means the sex? Is that a sex? That's the kind of thing that you say.
It's a bag of oranges.
Is "it's a bag of oranges" one of those clever British rhyming slang things for some sort of sexual encounter?
You see? Words. Hey, you know what words can mean? Sex. So the sin total is 17, and it's fun to be back doing a little more of this. Sorry to anyone who voted on the poll who was really looking forward to seeing me do Pirates of the Caribbean. I sort of ran that poll and then afterwards remembered how much I wanted to do this, so I went and did this. I'll do Pirates of the Caribbean soon enough, don't worry. I think the main reason that I haven't made any videos like this for a really long time is that I've been doing the in-depth breakdown of CinemaSins series, and while initially the entire premise of my channel was based on CinemaSins, I now want to make, you know, diverse content and all kinds of different things, so I don't want to sort of oversaturate the CinemaSins based content on my channel. I already have a few too many people screeching at me that I pay them too much attention. But before I go, I would just like to say a huge thank you to all of my patrons. You have no idea how good and just sort of comforting it is to have a stable source of income because YouTube income is just so unreliable. And of course, I owe that all to you. If you know any other videos of someone getting loads of Doctor Who lore wrong, I know loads of stuff about Doctor Who lore and can probably put them in their place. So if you know of one, please do send it my way. Other than that, I hope you have enjoyed this. I'll see you on Sunday for a Sunday video. Goodbye. Is saying I'll see you on Sunday for a Sunday video kind of like saying Tony was doing Tony-like things?